In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. England is one of the four nations that make up the modern United Kingdom, alongside Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland being by far the largest in terms of land mass and populations. England has for centuries been the most powerful and development nation within the British Isles, having exerted its influence over its immediate neighbours through economic and military might. However, it may come as a surprise to know that for much of its early history, England itself was influenced by many other neighboring cultures and languages. From as far back as prehistoric time, England has played host to successive waves of migration and conquest, which over the subsequent millennia and centuries coalesced into a unique mixture of language, culture, and heritage that is unlike anywhere else in the world. But how did relatively small nation go on to mold not only the future destiny of the British Isles, but also shape much of the modern world in which we live today? This is the history of England. The land that would one day become the nation of England looked very different to the first humans who settled there during the prehistoric Stone Age. Back then, the wider British Isles were not even islands at all, but were instead connected to continental Europe by a land bridge as the last glacial period came to an end around 11,000 years ago. The melting ice sheets caused the sea level to rise, which subsequently flooded the low-lying land bridge called Doggerland, thereby permanently cutting Britain off from Europe. Despite being separated from the continental mainland, communication and cultural exchange continued to occur between the peoples of Europe and those inhabiting what would eventually become England. The practice of farming, which originated in the Middle East, was introduced around 4000 BC, and the first permanent settlements, which possessed monumental tombs and ceremonial stone circles such as Stonehenge, were also built around this time. As the Stone Age turned into the Bronze Age, England for the most part remained alike to the rest of Britain and indeed the rest of Europe. Similar cultural and linguistic practices were introduced as a result of successive waves of migration from the continent, which eventually morphed into Celtic culture, which had become widespread over much of Western Europe. By the 12th century BC, life for the Celtic peoples of England continued in much the same way for the next several centuries was until the year 55 BC, when an invasion force unlike any seen before landed on the southern coast. Roman Republic, which may soon become the Roman Empire, was the uncontested superpower of the expanded across the Mediterranean as well as recently further northward into what is now modern France. The Roman general who had led the recent conquest of what was termed Gaul was none other than Julius Caesar, whose ambition soon turned to conquering the land across the English Channel. Caesar's initial invasion achieved little more than landing his army on the coast, and so a second largest scale invasion followed the next year in 54 BC. This invasion saw Roman legions advance as far as the northern bank of the river Thames. Despite this relative success, the Romans could not establish a permanent foothold on the island during this time and so withdrew back across the channel. The Romans nevertheless remained convinced that the island could and should be conquered, and so almost a century later the Roman Emperor Claudius ordered that a properly planned and maintained invasion attempt be carried out in the year 43, and over the following decade Rome's legion advanced across the land and brought almost all of what is now England under Roman rule, founding many settlements like London, Chester, and York in the process. Although Rome authority was occasionally challenged by local revolts such as the one led by Queen Boudica 60 AD, England remained an integral part of the Roman Empire for the next several centuries and had its northernmost border fixed in place with the construction of Hadrian. Like all empire in the history, however, Rome's rise and fall was inevitable, and by the beginning of 5th century its power and influence had been significantly reduced. The last Roman legions were withdrawn from England in the year 407 to defend the more valuable parts of the empire on the continent, which were being threatened by numerous migrating barbarian tribes. A handful these tribes soon turned their attention towards England, which set in motion a series of events that would establish and ultimately shape the very language, culture, and history of the English people. These Germanic tribes, collectively referred to in history as the Anglo-Saxons,